Hello, folks. Hope you are all well. Today, we are going to derive the relation for law of conservation of momentum. The law of conservation of momentum states that the momentum of the two bodies before and after the collision would remain same. Or we can also say that the momentum of a system before and after the collision would remain same. So let's suppose under observation we have two bodies having mass m1 and m2, having initial velocities u1 and u2. So we have to suppose one thing like u1 should be greater than u2, only then we can have a collision. If u2 is bigger than u1, we would not be able to have collision in between. So for instance, if these two bodies, these two masses are going to collide each other, so what would happen during the collision? They are going to impact or impart some forces onto each other. So we would simply say like the body number one is going to create or impact force on body number two, and the body number two is going to impart the force on body number one. So in this particular situation, there is a force which is being applied by object one on two and by object two on one. So I'm just quoting them name like this is F1 and this is F2. F1 is a force due to object 1 and F2 is the force due to object 2. So if we see they have the same magnitude and they would be having opposite in direction. How do we know like they have the same magnitude according to the Newton's third law of motion? For every action, there is an equal but opposite amount of reaction. So we would say F1 would be equal to F2, but along with what? A negative sign. Negative sign is indicating the direction like F2 is acting on F1, object number one, in the opposite direction. Now inculcating the Newton's second law as well, we know like F is equal to ma. So I would write it in this way, like this would be m1 a1 equals negative m2 a2. This is for 1 and this is for 2. Now, so I will know very well like A is what? It is V minus U divided by T. So V1 minus U1 upon T. And this is V2 minus U2 upon T. Time of collision between the two bodies was same, so I can easily cancel T by T. And what do I get? I would get M1 V1 minus M1 U1 equals negative M2 V2 plus M2 U2. I would arrange them and I'm going to make M1 V1 this on the other side plus M2 V2 equals M1 U1 plus M2 U2. So switching both sides just because in U means initial velocity, M1 U1 plus M2 U2 equals M1 V1 plus M2 V2. This is the statement for the Newton's second law. This is the proof of it as well. Thank you for listening.